Welcome to New Strength. I'm Christina Cook-Lee. New Strength is a daily devotional offering hope and encouragement to people who are trying to get and stay free from depression and or dependency. I would encourage you to read along with me. If you're viewing directly on YouTube, check the description area below the screen for instructions on how you can. Thanks for joining me. Our topic is joy. The focus, joy as a permanent possession. The scripture, Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 10b, from the New King James Version of the Bible. Do not sorrow, for the joy of the Lord is your strength. If you search the internet to find added meaning for the word joy, you won't find very much. The reason you won't find much is because joy is hard to define. If joy were a time of year, it could definitely be seen at some point in every season. Winter could be joy, when the first snowflakes fall and all of the fallen leaves, bare branches, and dead grass becomes blanketed in pure white. Early winter has its beauty, but the end of winter is usually mud, dirty snow, and a feeling of being worn out and ready to be over it for those who live in the north. The first sign of spring is rain, a welcome indicator that an abundance of new life is about to be seen. The rains cleanse the residue of winter and soften the ground for what is coming. Spring becomes pure joy as leaves pop out on trees, flowers push their way up out of the ground, and color bursts forth, changing the landscape like light filling a darkened room when a lamp is lit. Spring just slides into summer, with nothing to get tired about except the wistful waiting for warmer days. The joy of summer is families gathered together, recreation, farmlands producing crops, and young animals romping about and learning to live. Autumn is joy when trees are ablaze with all colors of a perfect sunset, and cooler temperatures have finally arrived. When the majesty fades, the weather seems to whisper words of melancholy. Just when you might be about to give in to it, another crystal covering falls out of the sky. Winter joy has returned, and the cycle begins to repeat itself. I see joy as a blessing of relief after a period of hardship, like snow after dead leaves, flowers after mud, recreation after a year of working, crisp air after summer heat. It can also be likened to the release of tension and heartache after a good cry, or the comfort of having a warm blanket put around your shoulders when they've been tight and stiff. We can further define joy according to the way we see the word used in the Bible. Psalm chapter 50 verse 5 says, "Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning." Weeping in the context of this scripture can be compared to our condition before we know Christ and are without hope in our sinful state. The effects of sin are the ugly stage of every season. The mud, long hot sticky days, bare trees stripped by bitter winds, blinding blizzards. But when we receive salvation, all the beauty comes as joy. Joy is an abiding condition when we have Christ. Our circumstances may not always be beautiful, but we live with the knowledge that our circumstances don't dictate our destiny. We live with an inner assurance of a positive future. With Christ in our heart, we have a reason to overlook dark days. Oh, we can get tired of the dark when it seems to last too long. But if every day of the year was full sun, we'd get tired of that too. We need a balance of light and darkness, sun and rain, heat and cold, happiness and sorrow. In a period of depression, try to remember the seasons. Depression is usually a season too. It doesn't last forever. Never look at one day, 1 week, 1 month, or 1 year of your life. Look at the big picture and remember that everything works together for good when you love God. The earth needs the balance of the seasons in order for things to work right. Light and dark are of equal importance in the balance of nature. Bad days help us appreciate the good days. Another source of encouragement can be knowing you are not alone. Many people now strong once battled with the same things you are dealing with. Through this time of testing, hold on to your faith. Take comfort in the joy of the Lord. The joy of the Lord is your strength. It is part of your eternal inheritance. The world has a hard time defining joy because it's a spiritual thing. Happiness comes and goes for all of us. Joy stays with those who have Christ. Circumstances and conditions affect your happiness. Nothing can affect your joy because it belongs to you. Joy is the lasting peace and satisfaction which God has promised is yours to keep. What He has given you can never be taken away. Declaration: I will find new strength in contemplation of the joy of the Lord. I will keep moving forward with the assurance of the positive future I have been promised. Thanks for taking the time to listen. I would really appreciate it if you would like this segment, and if you wouldn't mind, please share it with someone else who might also benefit from it. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the New Strength Devotional channel on YouTube or on WordPress, and then a link will come to you every day in your email with a segment like this. And if you're already a subscriber, I'll look forward to meeting with you again tomorrow. My prayer is that you will find new strength day by day and endless blessings. I'm Christina Cook Lee.